Hello, my crypto friends. I hope you're all doing well. This month I'm celebrating 3 years of my channel. I'm really grateful from all your love and support. On the 27th, I got a few calls from friends regarding the big correction in the markets. I guess you all know by now that it was because of DeepSeek. Something that I did not pay too much attention was the fact that the planet Uranus was stationary in Taurus that day. The sign of Taurus is associated with money, and in financial astrology, when Uranus is stationary, that means disruption in money and the markets. This situation will occur again next year, the first days of February 2026. When a planet is stationary, it's the time that a planet is about to change direction from retrograde to direct or vice versa. Then the planet becomes strong and is acting a bit strange. And the planet Uranus represents many things, but also disruption, metaphorically speaking, of course. But before we go to Bitcoin, let's have a quick look, like always, at month of February. I know that you probably want to skip this part and listen to Bitcoin, but have in mind that both charts, the collective and Bitcoin's chart, are connected. I would describe February the calm before the storm, because in March there are 2 eclipses, plus Venus and Mercury are going to be retrograde. I do expect the markets and the economy in general to be a bit crazy. The first days of the month, Venus will be together with Neptune and the North Node. The North Node represents future, it's karmic, it's our destiny. The positive side of that is that we could feel inspired and very creative and romantic, but at the same time, we could also create imaginary stories and worry too much for not a good reason. So I believe it's good to pay attention to our thoughts for a few days. The good news in February is that Jupiter, the planet of opportunities, luck, and expansion, but also Uranus, will turn direct the beginning of the week. But the planet of action, Mars, remains retrograde until the last week of February. It will be stationary from February 20th until March 1st, so during these days, we will probably see arguments and conflicts escalating. I wouldn't advise you to start anything new around these days. As I mentioned this before, but when a personal planet is retrograde, and in this case Mars, it's a great time to review if we should carry on doing the same old things, or shall we make a change in our lives and free ourselves from limiting situations. Although with Mars, we may feel impulsive to take action, but remember that things are not moving as fast as we want them. It's also good to be cautious of impulsive spending. Around the 9th and for the next couple of days, Mercury, the planet of intellect and communication, will be together with the Sun in the sign of Aquarius and in an aspect, a square to Uranus. During these days, we may hear surprising, sometimes shocking news that will force us to change our plans. Or, on the other hand, we could have a new and innovating idea. There is a full moon in Leo on the 12th with an angle to Uranus, the planet of surprises and freedom. This goes for all of us, but especially if you're a Leo and your birthday is around August 16, or an Aquarius February 13, Scorpio November 17, and Taurus around May 14. So you guys get ready for a big shift during the next period, or a sudden change of your plans. You will probably be surprised or shocked at first, but remember that Uranus' aim is to free us from situations that are no longer working for us. A new beginning, growth, and eventually success is the message of the new moon in Pisces on the 27th. This again goes for everyone, but especially if you are born around the days of the new moon. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. If you enjoy my videos, please press the like button. It really helps my channel and the algorithm. Again, remember that this is not a financial advice. As I mentioned a few times, Bitcoin is hard to predict and I could easily make a mistake. If you like to get Bitcoin's predictions for March and April, or you like to have your personal predictions, please get in touch with me. My email is in the description. A situation that has been going on for a while is Pluto, and Pluto is together with Bitcoin's Mercury. Pluto represents many things, but also transformation and manipulation. And this to me looks like reform of regulations, and that probably there is manipulation going on, especially from big institutions. Pluto has to do with big institutions and banks. Despite the good news we hear everywhere, February is a bit strange month for Bitcoin. There are a few days that look pretty red, actually. So let's start from the beginning. The first day of the month, there could be a correction. The sun is in an angle called a semi-sextile to Bitcoin's sun. Also, the moon makes a couple of challenging aspects that day. It is very likely that we're going to hear good news on the 3rd. The planet of communication, Mercury, is in conjunction with Bitcoin's North Node. The 2nd and the 3rd look better days, but on the 4th, the price might drop again or go sideways. And unfortunately, this looks like it's going to go on for a few days. There are a few challenging aspects, but in this case, the elephant in the room is the planet Saturn, which will be in conjunction with Bitcoin's Uranus and opposite Saturn. It's not an exact opposition to Saturn, but this situation will last until the 18th. I could be wrong, but from around the 8th until the 17th or 18th, I don't really see anything that shows positive things for Bitcoin's price. This, of course, could be this cause of this correction could be of some sudden news that will probably occur around the days of the full moon on the 12th. We mentioned that before, that Uranus in a square to that full moon. So we'll see what happens. There are positive aspects around the 18th, but again, around the 25th, some disturbing news again may have an effect again on Bitcoin's price, and the correction is quite possible. With Jupiter now direct and in aspect to Jupiter, we may feel to Bitcoin's sun, we may feel kind of undecided the last days of the month if we should sell or not, something I cannot help you with. So my friends, this is it. I wish you a great month. Take care. Bye.